You hear me? Margreta, what's good? Everybody that stay on motherfucking Mac, got Mac in their name, what's up with you? I fuck with St. Louis, yo. They the copycat city. I fuck with y'all. I'm from the ill side. Don't hate me. I'm from the ill for real, though. I'm from the ill for real. We about to get started, man. I gotta find the files, man. I'm not prepared today, y'all, but I'm gonna give y'all that dope because it's right here. I live this shit. But hey, shout out to the motherfucker that got 1.7 mil. The fuck? He made sure to scratch out them routing and account number before he sent it to me. Shout out. The other brother got 6 mil on the way. Shout out to him. Shout out to Van. He got 6 mil on the way. I need my cut. Because if they don't show up, I will. I need my cut. Here we go. Let's get started. $1 million worth of game, man. I hope y'all taking notes.
All participants are muted. The recording has started.
All right, peace and love, peace and love. I'm not a licensed attorney or tax expert. I do this for educational and informational purposes only, and sometimes it can be quite entertaining. That's just what it is. I try to make fun of this shit. You gotta make it fun. You gotta make it fun. Y'all ain't gonna wanna learn this shit. But when y'all see, oh man, I hope y'all can hear me. Hold on. My mic be tripping. Make sure y'all can hear me. Y'all, I want to make sure y'all can hear me good. Everybody, somebody in the chat, make sure y'all can hear me. KG says 6 mil sounds very entertaining. Sharif, can you hear me? They said they can hear fine. I just want to make sure because my mic was off now. I want to make sure this is crystal clear. Can y'all see the screen? I'm starting on page 57 of the ebook. All right, Chauncey, peace and love, Chauncey. Chauncey been dropping donations. Y'all better get like Chauncey. You hear me? I'm gonna say it again. Y'all better get like Chauncey. Chauncey been dropping those donations. Appreciate you, Chauncey. Shout out to North Carolina. Stand up like Petey Pablo said. North Carolina, go raise up. Take your shirt off. I got a latecomer, man. Mr. Frank. He said he wants access. Appreciate the donations. The Cash App is Prosper by Birth. PROSPERBY. Birth, BAIRTH, BIRTH. Appreciate the donation. You sent to 407-274-5161. Again, that's 407-274-5161. I hope y'all can't see that. Y'all can probably see that, huh? Let me go back to the $1 million worth of game. I can't send you the email, dog. Hold on. Let me pull it up over here. Y'all can't see that. See how motherfuckers try to do this late shit? They trying to interrupt class, man. You better send that $5, Mr. Frank. You better send that extra 5, Mr. Frank. You interrupted class, dog. That better been you, Mr. Frank. Check the Cash App. Tell him he's beat. I got all my devices going on and stuff. Look, that was you? Is that you saying LOL now? Alright. I don't care if you got $1 in the Cash App, send it. If you got $5, send it. Prosper by birth. It's gonna say, listen, I know it's gonna say possible scam, whatever. Y'all see the shit I'm teaching y'all truth. Bypass it, still send it anyways. It's gonna say Jeffrey McBride. Send it anyways. Prosper by birth. Peace and love, Raquel. Peace and love. Prosper by birth. Listen, check your email, Mr. Frank, because I'm done sending emails. Fuck this shit. It's time. Classes started. You're late, dog. It's 7:08. But now, peace and love, peace and love. We still on that full moon energy too. I mean that new moon energy. So make sure you're manifesting your goals. All right. Now, 1099 OID education. You got to understand this. Everybody says HJR 192 is repealed. Who cares? I don't care. All debt still must be paid in silver and gold. You got to understand that's the Constitution. That's what they took an oath to uphold. You understand? That's what they took an oath to uphold. So, with HJR 192, and there is executive orders that go with this HJR 192, all right? But we're just going to keep it simple and call it HJR 192. You understand we are under bankruptcy, all right? And I go over this almost in every video. So HJR 192 took away the gold in exchange to prepay all your debts, past, present, and future. HJR 192 took away gold in exchange to prepay all your debts, past, present, and future. You gotta understand, it is not a tax until you assess the tax. Before we go any further, I'm just gonna pull this up, man. I wanna make sure y'all can see this too. And it's in the book. Boom. You just do a Google search of who owns the U.S. national debt. The United States is under bankruptcy, okay? The U.S. debt reached a new high of $27 trillion. Okay? This is October 1st, 2020. This is not Don Kalam's information. This is not Malik Kalam's information. Can y'all see the screen? I want to make sure y'all can see the screen. The U.S. debt reached a new high of $27 trillion. But what people don't know is that this is due, most of this is due to the Social Security Trust Fund. It's a Social Security Trust Fund. This is who owns most of the national debt. The U.S. Treasury manages the U.S. debt through the Bureau of Public Debt. Okay? I'm going to give y'all this link right here. I'm going to give this link to you so y'all can look it up on your own. If you're in the chat and you don't have the 1099 OID book, in my class, I'm on a private class. I'm just bringing it to you on the Instagram and the Facebook. So, I'm going to give y'all, make sure you get this book again. I'm on page 57. That's where I'm starting. If you're in the chat, everybody following along. So you got to understand, $21 trillion, 77%, which is equivalent to $21 trillion. That is how much is owed to the Social Security Trust Fund. Now I'm going to show you how to access it. It's not hard. You understand? This stuff is not hard. I appreciate it's Lanisha. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate the Cash App. I appreciate everybody sending the donations. I appreciate y'all. So look, the 1099 OID education. Listen, I gave y'all most of this game. Listen, there's people that pay thousands of dollars for this. There's people that sit down and just want to talk to me, thousands upon thousands of dollars just to sit down and talk to me, to pick my brain, to see what I know. Listen, I gave y'all this for a little bit of nothing. Half of y'all didn't even get into this class free. You understand? I'm giving y'all this game. Go to MalikKalam.com. You find this information is valuable. Leave a donation on the Cash App. Everybody's dropping love. Listen, some people are dropping $1. Some people are dropping $5. One dude dropped 97 cents. I appreciate it. Prosper by birth is the Cash App. I'm about to show you how to get your money. I'm about to show you how to access your credit. If you got a social security number, see, in the sovereign community, they call it the Sister K Trust. I'm telling you like it is. You got to understand how it's estate planning. All it is learning how to plan your estate. That's all it is. You got to understand. All your debts, past, present, and future, are prepaid already. But you got to understand everything is a tax. It's not a tax until you assess the tax. And why do you have to assess the tax? Because you own the credit that the government is using. You own the credit that the government is using. So this means you are the creditor in fact. And this is why it's important that you start from day one with Don Kalam. You start with day one from Malik Kalam. You have to understand that they are not going to deal with you if you're not in your proper status. Teresa and Barrett, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much for the that healthy donation you just sent. You got to understand, it's not a tax until you assess the tax. And why do you have to assess the tax? Because you own the credit the government is using. B-Cal, appreciate the donation. You own the credit that the government is using. It's a Social Security trust. That's what it is. You are the creditor in fact. You are identified as the payer and themselves as the recipient of the funds on corporate and government filings. This is why it's important to have your status corrected. Because when you're dealing as a certain entity, when you're operating under the social, okay, when you're operating under the sole prop, you don't get access to this, okay? You have to be in your proper status, your proper standing. Black people don't get access to this. That labels them a minority. They go off a minor account. The minor accounts do not have access to the Social Security Trust. So you are identified as the payer and themselves as the recipient of the funds on corporate and government filings. And this is all can be found in publication 1212. Someone asked if I only receive donations on the Cash App. You can also go to donkalam.com/donate. That's DONKILAM.com/donate. DONATE. I appreciate the donation to everybody on the Cash App. I like the Cash App because I get it right away. Now, publication 1212. What I want everybody to focus on, what Gene Keaton was trying to get everybody to focus on, was the nominee. We're appointing these people as nominees. We're appointing them as nominees. If that makes sense. We're appointing them as nominees. We're appointing them as our powers of attorney. We're appointing them as trustees. We're appointing them permission to do whatever they want over our estate. Because we're blind to the fact of what's even going on behind our backs. With the Social Security Trust. Alright? All the government is Social Security Trust Administrators. Just do a simple Google search of publication 1212. Publication 1212 will pop up. Or you can just donate, or you just send a $10 donation to Don Kalam on the Cash App. $10 donation, you're going to get access to this book. $25, you get access to this book and the 24-hour credit restoration. But publication 1212 breaks down what a nominee is. And it tells you who has to file. Now, anytime when you're dealing with them, I'm going down to the end of page 61. Anytime you're dealing with them, you are appointing them as your nominee, all right? And that's what's going on. Point blank, simple as that. You're appointing them the power of attorney. You're appointing them to act on behalf as trustee on your trust account. Anytime they give you a debt, they give you a note, that is the amount belonging to another person. That is the amount on the bill or the so-called debt instrument from the corporations and banks every month for the use of your credit as a nominee for you. You are the payer and beneficial owner because they are using your trust in your sole proprietorship's credit. Your name was turned into a sole proprietorship. And this does not become a tax until you assess it. It's either it's a gift or then it's a tax. If you don't assess the tax, then it's considered a gift. And the way you assess it is by filing forms. And this is all going to the order of the U.S. Department of Treasury. Taxes supersede contract law because of your Treasury direct account, because of your Social Security number, due to the bankruptcy. Always address every issue as a tax issue, whether it's in court or outside of court, because all debt leads to court. Your courtroom starts with the first agreement and letter, because that is the evidence. Those are the first exhibits. Okay? So always address every issue in court as a tax issue. You got to understand this. This is important. There's no money, only taxes. All right? We got taxes, then we got contract law. All right? There's oral contract, and that's written contract and performance contract. And then performance contract is the most damaging, because if we act like a defendant or we start arguing, that makes you resist zeroing out your account. And you go into commercial dishonor. Everything is a tax issue. Now with your Social Security trust number, some people call it your Treasury direct account number. This is your credit. It's being used by them. When they give you a debt note, they're telling you how much credit they've already accessed from your account. When you pay it, then you securitize that agreement. You turn it into an agreement and securitize it. So, who is the Department of Treasury, Internal Revenue Service? They are the bookkeepers for your credit. Your Treasury direct account number or your Social Security trust account number is your Treasury direct account. And it's just like your checkbook. It must be kept within a reasonable balance. The IRS will send you a bill if it gets too far on the taxable income side or out of balance. Now, the only thing that's different about this is why I say you got to take the classes, you got to rock with non-kalam. We utilize the 1041. We don't utilize the 1040 because we understand that it is a trust in an estate. And then we do the 1099 OID, the 1096, and the 1040V. And it's filed every year, and it brings your Treasury direct account back to zero. Because you got to understand, that's the only difference with these documents right here. So if you understand that it's a Social Security trust fund, you're going to want to file something called a 1040V or a 1041. I'm going to pull that up for you. And this is where a lot of people are going wrong. All right? So, I mean, the documents still do need to be updated, but I do talk about this in my OID book, the actual OID book, and then the OID classes. This is why it's important you get this private knowledge and have these sit-downs with your boy. Y'all sitting there, Don Kalam ain't tell you to do shit. Just because the information's out there, you didn't have to sit down with your boy and say, hey, I didn't walk you through it. This is why you need to become a private member with your boy Malik Kalam. Because listen, we are getting results. 1.6 million, 18 million, 6 million. You know, my first OID process that I ever helped was $254,000. $254,000. The second one was like 3.6 million. So I'm trying to tell you, this is what it is. I can't go over the private information and start just name dropping because people don't want that. They don't want the name out there. They're overnight millionaires. They don't even know how to fathom it yet. But we utilize the 1041. All right? The 1041. So look, I'm gonna do y'all another favor. So when you look up Don Kalam in Hannibal, Missouri, right? Hannibal, Missouri. It should pop up. Don Kalam Trust Company, right? Don Kalam Trust Company. It's a trust bank in Hannibal, Missouri. A trust bank in Hannibal, Missouri. You know, you see that right here? You can hit donate too, right here. Donate. But look, it's a trust bank, so you gotta understand, you're always dealing with the trust. You have to learn how to appoint your corporation and your trustees as your own trust administrators. Everybody that's in my class right now, let me know that you're following along. Let me know that you're following along. Everybody says they with me. Look, I'll put the book in the chat again. The OID book. It's going to give you, the $1 million worth of game is going to give you access to my OID book already. So just click the links. We're still going through. I'm glad y'all following along, man. Russ says he's following along. Emil says he's focused. Rabia, she says she's here. Sir Theo Phyllis says yes. KG's following along. Teresa Ann Barrett, she's following along. Hey, I appreciate your donation. You always sending donations, Teresa. I appreciate you. And she showed up to my live event. So she knows I'm real. Now, Juan's with me. All right. I'm glad y'all following along. So I got you. I need you to see this. So you gotta learn how to operate as a bank too. All right. So I'm a trust bank, a trust administrator. All right. I can even show you how to set up your own bookkeeping business or accounting firms as well. You don't need no type of certification. And these are the things that we go into on the public side. The public side is next week, next Monday and Tuesday, same place, same time. You don't want to miss it. Juan said he was in the filling meeting. Juan, what's good? I remember you. You know, I'm not trying to be racist, but there was only one Juan in that motherfucker. There was only one Hispanic motherfucker there. What's good? He said, I already know all this shit. I only showed up because of you. And we got one bruh showed up with his medallion stamps that already did some TDA work. Philly was magical. They kicked us out the hotel. We did the shit in the park. Racist motherfuckers, but it was still magical. Shout out to the people on Philly. Shut up, Philly. I love y'all, man. I love y'all for that, man. Philly was dope. You know, Juan, you didn't get to be at my other seminars because you had to do this shit outside. The other seminars, you know, Don Kalam show up and shows out. You know what I'm saying? But we did it in nature, so it was tight. Now, back to the 1041. All right? I know this looks crazy, right? You know, I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you if you need to fill some stuff in, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to do you one even better. The IRS is the tax experts. You understand? But you see this, it says dividends, right? You see this? So when you start understanding what's going on with these notes, they're converting these notes into securities. And this is the same thing that has to be included when you're dealing with a mortgage, all right? There's more to it. So, the Treasury is the bookkeepers for your Social Security trust, all right? And it's just like any other checkbook. It must be kept within a reasonable balance. The IRS will send you a bill if it gets too far on the income side or out of balance. So you're going to need a 1041, a 1099 OID, a 1096, and a 1040V. And this is filed every year and it brings your Treasury direct account back to zero. So you're no longer part of that bankruptcy. They're trading with the enemy now. You're the enemy because you're not trying to balance the books. It is your account and your responsibility to keep your account within reason. Your credit is taxable income. Your credit is taxable income. If you have to declare your income, the use of your credit has to be reported, whether you use it or they use it. If you don't keep your Treasury direct account at zero yearly, they may charge you with a criminal charge and hold your body as collateral. Appreciate the donation, Rabia. Until you zero out your Treasury direct account, your Social Security trust account, you are a tax delinquent fugitive. All taxes are federal taxes. There's no such thing as a state tax. We're under bankruptcy now. The truth is, on your tax return, you can only be agreed to by another. We do the 1041, but we do utilize the 1040V. If anyone tries to invent a false claim on the 1041 or 1040V, it would be perjury. Otherwise, all she or he could do is agree with you, and that makes it a civil matter. That's why any assumed agreement must go on a 1041 or 1040V to compel someone to commit perjury. Debts cannot be written off until they have been charged, assessed as a tax on the 1041 or the 1040V. The corporations cannot charge or assess taxes. They can collect them, but they can't write off tax losses because they cannot assess them. They need the person to assess the tax, which is a commercial, protest, dishonor, or default. With that being said, I'm going to state this again. This is why I work with you on the public side first. This is why I want you to understand status in the public side first. Why your name should be a business. Why your name should be an LLC or a corporation. Because when you get your funds back with the OID process, it's going to your business account or the trust account. It's going to the business account or the trust account. Everybody in my class, let me know that you're following along with that. I want to make sure I do not want to go over your heads on this one. When you get a check, you do not put it in your personal account. Corporations cannot charge or assess taxes. They can only collect them. People get in trouble when they take this tax money and they put it in their personal account. This is why people are scared of the OID process. And I'm trying to tell you, we can go right back here. There's no reason to be scared. There's no reason to be scared. $21 trillion. The public holds over $21 trillion, almost 78% of the national debt. This is public knowledge. This is why you're deemed retarded. Ignorance is no excuse to the law. This is why you're retarded. This is why they call you black. Because you don't know shit. You can't see. Do you follow me? I need y'all to understand this. Listen, let me know. You paid $10, man. You paid $10 to get in this class. You know, people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for this information. I'm trying to wake you the fuck up right now. Catch up, no mustard. You understand? I need you to rise up. You're not black no more. You're no longer 3/5 of a person. You know, black is an adjective. You control the story. This is your book of life. I need you to understand that. This is your book of life. And guess who the bookkeepers are? The United States Treasury. You was born rich. That's why they're just shaking your head at your ass. You got royalty in your blood, homie. You got royalty in your blood, God. You got royalty in your blood, goddess. Ain't nobody else trying to fucking swim over no motherfucking where except the USA. This is the land of the free. This is the land of royalty. It's all spiritual warfare. This is your story. I need you to understand what's going on. The bookkeepers of your story, you're allowing the Treasury to be the bookkeepers of your story, and you're not telling them shit. You're playing victim your whole life. You ain't telling them you're the winner, because that's your status in life. I'm giving y'all $1 million worth of motherfucking game right now. Your name is big business. And if you don't know how to operate a business, your ass is always going to be broke. It's cream, baby. Cash rules everything around me. Wu-Tang's forever. Ain't that what they said? Mm-hmm. That's real shit. Cash rules everything around me. It's your story. Nature bends to your will when you decide on the character that you want to be in this story. Who do you want to be? Because guess what? They owe you over 21 trillion, pimp, and that's part of that 21 trillion goes to you. That's trillion. There's not even a trillion people on planet Earth. They can give everybody $1 trillion. They can give everybody $1 trillion. There's not even a trillion people on Earth. They can give everybody $1 trillion and still be good and still control your ass. Do you understand? I don't think you understand. There's enough to go around. That's what I'm trying to say. There's enough to go around. Y'all better give me my motherfucking cut. That's all I'm saying. Because I gave y'all this shit for $10. Drop the fucking donation on the Cash App. Prosper by birth. I'm giving y'all this game. I'm giving y'all the game right motherfucking now. Listen. The public holds over $21 trillion. There's not even fucking trillion people on this planet. Nowhere close. They can give everybody in the world $1 trillion and still control your ass. You follow me? Everybody in my class, let me know that you follow the law. Please, hallelujah, amen.
Islam.
Islamism. I'm recording it, y'all. I'm recording it. I want y'all to see it, because I know seeing is believing, so y'all gotta see it with your own eyes. How many people is on Earth? 7.6 billion. Now, which one's more, a trillion or a billion? So I'm just trying to see something here, man. It says they owe us over here in the USA, not China. They don't owe China. They owe the Social Security Trust $21 trillion. I'm trying to show you how to access this shit, pimping. Motherfucker just got 1.7 back. Dude got 18 million and another 6 back. You got another dude got 250 back. I need my cuts, y'all, because I'm giving y'all this game for the low. Then drop a donation right now. When this shit start clicking, drop a donation on the Cash App. It's Prosper by Birth. Prosper by Birth. 407-274-5161. Y'all ready? I'm going to keep going. Everybody says appreciate you. Go. I'm going to keep going. You hear me? I'm going to keep going. It's still class time. I'm going to keep going. Appreciate y'all. Making sure y'all following along, man. Because look, I will not keep moving forward until I know y'all following along. I won't keep moving forward until I know y'all following along. You know, I told you to, I used the 1041. Appreciate you. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate the donations. Appreciate you. Prosper by Birth. 407-274-5161. It's going to pop up. Jeffrey McBride. Still send the donation. It might pop up. This is a scam, whatever. Still send the donation. I'm giving y'all the game. Look it up. So, if you got the $10, you drop the $10 for the class, you got the ebook or you got the credit restoration, you get access to this ebook and the class, and I appreciate you. So, you got to understand the private side and the public side. So, on the private side, they call it the Sesticate Trust. They call it the Sesticate Trust. On the public side, they call it the Social Security Trust. Social Security Trust. Private side, Sesticate Trust. Public side, Social Security Trust. It's the same shit. Okay? Private side, debts are private. Debts are private. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. IRS, everything's a tax issue, and it's federal taxes only. You know, and this is under their rules. This is under their rules. You go to 28 U.S.C. 3002. This is their definitions that apply in their courtroom. Apply on paperwork, whatever. You gotta understand. Anytime they say you owe a debt, you need to understand that's an amount that's owed to the United States. They're operating when these corporations come into existence, they're operating under the bills of exchange because they're operating in commerce. This is public policy now. Private businesses is different, is private affairs. It's differently. That's why record labels and attorneys and a lot of people can get away with a lot of different shit. But right here, number 2, this one, all court means any court created by the Congress, excluding the United States tax court. Everything's always a tax issue. It's always a tax issue because we're under bankruptcy. And you already know United States means a federal corporation. And the states, if it's a state, it belongs to the federal corporation because they're under bankruptcy. It's that simple. Now, public policy. Credits are public debt. There's corporations and bylaws. You got fake corporations. You got court of equity. That's no record. Judge decides if he'll let you win. So you can tell everyone else and keep the court in business so they can make money off your FRNs. Keep using your credit. On the private side, you prove your claim in fact. You provide the judge with a copy of your 1040, your 1099 OID, 1096, and 1040V filing, and a copy to the prosecutor. Your filing is the court of record. Always use a person's name on a money order. Watch out for anyone trying to make a claim against you. Yeah, man. And so look, I'm going to go over this. I'm going to go over it. I'm going to go down because I want y'all to see in this book, $1 million worth of game. I give you access. I give you access to my 1099 OID class. So look, the U.S. Department of Treasury is the bookkeepers for the United States Corporation. Unless you record the return or the tax, then you cannot do the bookkeeping on it. That's why the Treasury's books are off balance. The payables and receivables are all off balance because they cannot pay the payables, which is due to the public or the people. They cannot pay the people because they have not filed the correct paperwork to get the refund on the credit they are giving away. After 36 months, the corporations and bankers come in as the nominee and use your taxpayer identification number on the 1099-A, utilizing the debt instrument as abandoned property because you never claimed it. Whoever claims it owns it. We also send them a blank W-9 requesting to see their tax identification number as you fill this out when starting any new bank account. We attach this in any forms when dealing with corporations utilizing our credit. The amounts belonging to another person is the amount of the credit they are using, and that shall be represented as a tax when the tax is assessed. Then it becomes a tax issue and tax matter, then it becomes a return. When you show the corporations as recipient of the funds, then the IRS shall issue you a refund. If you do not do this, then you abandon the funds and the 1099-A is filed by the corporations and the funds go to the corporations that filed the 1099-A. The corporations are always filing as a nominee for the true owner when you sign over the rights to your business and the name and the credit. Everything is a tax issue under the bankruptcy of the United States Corporation. Everything. Let me see if I can't go down. Y'all should already know about the birth certificate. We went over that yesterday. Your name's a slow prop. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate the donation. Let me see what that was. Hold on. Derek Mahoney. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you. Appreciate that hefty donation. All those add up, King. So I appreciate you. So look, when you go down in the book, I don't want to move too fast on y'all. I already clicked on it. I don't remember what page it was on. So I might as well go back to the book. Let me see. You see my 1099 OID class right here. I got a whole ebook. And that's what I'm gonna be reading from. And there's other classes I've already did. There's already other classes I've already did. All right, it's going to be on page 81 of the ebook. You click there, click on the 1099 OID class. It's going to bring you to the 1099 OID book. And it goes further in depth with the 1099 OID. Some of the same stuff I'm already going over. I want you all to see exactly how to fill this out. It's right here. It starts on page 88. So first, what's included? And I also got another video. You can look up 1099 OID Don Kalam. I put it in the chat. Let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick. I'll give y'all the link in the chat. It's a straight walkthrough of everything. Battery died.
Your phone died?
keyboard. Right here. This is the video right here. So check that shit out. This is an in-depth, detailed video breaking down everything. We got 12 dislikes on it. They're haters. But look, I'll put that in the chat. Check it out. Hit like, subscribe, share it. It's going to break down every single form. You want to make sure you don't miss any form. When you're doing your 1099 OID. We got the 8281. That's what a lot of people, that's the form a lot of people miss. The 8281. But first, you're going to want to send them a letter. So here we go. In the 1099 OID book, I break down the 1041. All right. So we do utilize the 1041. We do utilize the 1040V for every note. For every single one of them. Now we got the 8281. I'm going to show you guys this. I'm going to close out some of these. So there's the 1041 again. I'll give y'all the link for the 1041, but that's a simple Google search. That's free. 1041. Because this is Social Security Trust. And now we're looking for that form 8281. Now, form 8281 is the information return for publicly offered original issue discount instruments. And this is pretty self-explanatory, but right here under CUSIP number, if you flip over your Social Security card, we usually put the number that's on the back of the Social Security card right there. It's not hard. You understand? Anything that needs to be filled out because errors can be omitted. These people are your trust administrators, okay? And I'm going to show you. So when you start understanding that this is for, the Social Security Trust, this starts to make a lot more sense when you're dealing with the Form 56. Notice concerning fiduciary relationships, okay? And then you got a Form 56F as well. See if I can't pull that up. The Form 56F. And this is dealing with financial institutions. So, the Form 56F, when dealing with the Social Security Trust, the estate, this is the one you're going to want to use, is the Form 56F. The Form 56F. I'm going to say it one more again. The Form 56F. Because this is dealing with financial institutions. I'm giving y'all $1 million worth of game right there. The Form 56F. If you find this information of value, make sure you leave a donation on the Cash App Prosper by Birth. Or go to donkalam.com/donate. The Cash App's Prosper by Birth, 407-274-5161. I appreciate everybody that drops those donations. So we got the Form 56F right there. That's what you utilize when dealing with the trust. Because do y'all remember? Trust administrators. I showed you. Appreciate the donation. I showed you what the trust administrator is. That is a trust administrator. It's a bank. That's all a bank is. That's all a bank is. It's a trust administration company. A trust administration company. Form 56F. Giving y'all game. 1041. Y'all keep filing 1040s. I know. We can only put certain information in the public. I'm trying to tell you, you can't mix public and private. Now, the next step, the next cover letter is going to be the 1096. The Form 1096. Wherein Rising says he got more than $1 million worth of game from this man. Peace and love. Peace and love. I appreciate you. The 1096. Okay? And if you listen, I can't give y'all the full instructions. It's right there in the ebook. You know? Right there in the ebook. Check out the other videos. I got other videos as well. Anytime you're gonna request that they fill out the 1099 OID for you first. every creditor that you have, the supposed creditor, and you attach your W-9. This is requesting their EIN, their taxpayer identification number. The tax identification number. And we attach this to any forms dealing with corporations utilizing our credit. Appreciate the donations. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna shout everybody out too, man. I'll shout everybody out. It breaks down one by one how to fill this out. So first, the first form you have to file, you don't go straight to the OID. You fill out the 1099A first. All right, the 1099A. This is what we do. This is what we utilize. This is acquiring the contracts. Okay, it's no longer abandoned. You're acquiring them. You do the A first. All right, and this is exactly what to do with the pictures. Okay, and then after you wait a week or so after the A, then you do the OID. Okay, now the cover letter for the A, there is going to be a 1096 involved, and then the same thing with the OID. The 1096 is the cover letter. Fill out the 1096 first. What goes along with the 1099A is going to be the 1041. You do the 1041 and the 1099A with the 1096 as the cover letter. And it goes as follows. There's the pictures right there on page 92. Appreciate the donations. I appreciate you. And it's pretty self-explanatory right there. The borrower's name is going to be the company that claims that you owe them. That's what's going on in the A. And the lender's name is going to be you because you lent them your credit. You got to understand that. So on the 1099A, you are the lender. The borrower is the corporation. Now on the OID, the payer's name is going to be the corporation, and the recipient is going to be the special and private. Appreciate you. The recipient is going to be you, the straw man. The description box. Check the description box. That's what's important on both of them. So on the 1099A, the description box is going to be the credit, whether it was used on which account. On the OID, the description is the straw man name, the capitalized name. All right, and it's really that simple with the OID. It's that simple. Send it in. But anything that's not filled out, you tell the IRS what years to fill out. You send them the cover letter. The cover letter is in there. Okay, the cover letter is in the book. I'm going to pull it back up. Pull it back up. But you tell the IRS what to do. They're your administrators. You filed the Form 56F. You appoint the proper fiduciaries, which would be Steve Mnuchin or whoever the Treasury is now, the Secretary of State. And that's just what it is. And you tell the IRS agent what to do. I'm gonna pull out the I'm gonna read the cover letter to you really fast, because I don't want y'all to skip no steps, but y'all need to read through this. So this is millions of dollars, so you need to take your time with it. Let them know you filed the tax forms, the 1040, whatever it is, and you have the records for it, but you lost documents. You request that they prepare and file the taxes for you, and you put the years. Then you tell them to mark the correction box on the top of the 1099 OID. Let them know that they are the tax experts, and you trust them. And that's it for the cover letter. So that's it right there. I'm letting y'all see it in the class. I'm just going to let y'all leave it up there for a second before I continue. I don't know how simpler I can get with the OID. Let me know if y'all have any questions in the class. And look, there's a 1099A. I put it all in there. It's all, you got access to all this. Everybody that's joined the class. You got the 1040V forms. How to fill out the EIN. We got the publication 1212 already there for you. How to handle a property tax and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, you can use a P.O. box if you choose to. That's what the fuck they do. You know, but as a resident agent address, I would have a post. I would have a virtual address. But yeah, you can use a P.O. box. I don't see why not. That's what they do. I don't know what NR is. Something about 10. You have any questions over the 1099 OID? I want to make sure y'all don't have any questions over the 1099 OID. What book are you talking about? The 1099. If you need access to the book, it's in this book that I'm going over. Now, if you need personal coaching one-on-one, then if you're in this class, I will give you personal coaching and one-on-one with the OID process for $500, and then 10% of whatever you get back. $500 down and 10% of whatever you get back. Now, you want me to come to your city? We'll come to your city right now. Look, we usually charge $20,000. If you're in the cold, it's still $10,000. But if you're in like California, Northern Cali, anywhere else, it's still a little bit warm or something, man. Look, we'll show up. Half price, man, $5,000. We're doing one-on-one coaching with you, man. From start to finish, get everything filled in with you for $2,500. That's what the prices are right now. Dude said he don't have the book. I put the book in the chat. Y'all retarded motherfuckers. Listen, I'm just gonna be honest. Some of you motherfuckers are retarded. This is why I be charging so much. Because at least y'all gonna take my time seriously. I always use a medallion stamp. That's a good question. Yes, I wouldn't do any of this without being in proper status. No, I would not use the 1040 NR. I use the 1041, like I said, the 1041. I don't use the NR. Everybody that's getting back this millions is dealing with the Social Security Trust. You gotta understand that. The Social Security Trust. So quit trying to look. Y'all asking about other tax forms and all that shit. Stop. Don't try to confuse my people that's in the chat. None of that. Don't confuse people in my class throwing other forms. We're sticking to my process that works. And I've seen people get checks back. We say here cashing them. We're living life right now. We buying pounds of weed and shit. Living life. Coming to cities near you. Because y'all don't pay me enough to keep doing it. Listen. Y'all better be lucky I got private investors. Because y'all don't fucking send enough donations for me to even keep dealing with this shit. You gotta be special. I'm trying to tell you. Now, 1099 OID process, that's enough to get rid of any debt. But I want y'all to know the mortgages are different. Foreclosures are different. Mortgages are different. Foreclosures are different. I'm finding the page, y'all. See where we going next. I'm going to pull up to 24. We're going to go over the debt elimination too, man. I'm going to have to stop and get something to eat real quick. Put something in my stomach. So boom, we're going on chapter 4, page 81. Who got a debt in my class right now? Tell me your creditor's name. Who say you owe them? I'm gonna show you how easy this shit is. Who say you owe them? First person that puts it in there, I'm gonna show you how to get rid of this motherfucker. AT&T. I'll do AT&T and Capital One since y'all both did it at the same time. This both say 456. Oh, we got Chrysler Capital. So we got 3 debts in here. You know, Emil, I don't know if I remember seeing your name in that motherfucking donation box. But Teresa and Russ, I got y'all. So look, check this out. Russ' name always in the donation box. He even disputed me once. But look, won the dispute. But look, Teresa Ann. Teresa Ann said AT&T. It says John Stevens. That's what it looks like. Let's check it out. John Stevens set to retire. When I do the dispute letters, so it says John Stevens is still the CFO. When you're doing the dispute letters, we'll send them to the chief financial officers. This is why. Because you got to understand, you were the chiefs of the tribe. Diplome, they just strive. You know, I just got to let y'all know, man. Because you got to break down the words. When you get a diploma, you become the plume. They deprive your feathers. You're no longer a chief. You no longer have your honor or status or wealth. So you got to talk to their chiefs, okay? So boom, you're going to send it to John Stevens, your dispute letter, right? And then the headquarters. You're dealing with their tribe. You're dealing with their tribe. You're dealing with their trust. You send it to the headquarters address, okay? So when you're looking at this, you see attention. It's going to say attention, John Stevens, doing business as Chief Financial Officer of AT&T. And then you put in care of the headquarters address, put the account number, and then you just put all this right here. Read through the dispute letter and see why it works. I've done a lot of classes over my dispute letter. I'm breaking down the fraud. That's all I'm doing. HJR 192. I'm requesting to see their 1099 OID, 1099A, and 1099C, and I do attach a blank W-9 because the next step after this is the OID process. Anytime you validate the debt, back in the chat. I'm going back in the chat, y'all. Personal coaching right now, I'm doing it for $2,500. I'm doing personal coaching. We'll help you with the OID process for 510%. If you just need an hour coaching call, we're doing that right now for $200. I got my assistant with me that he's got over $24 million. All right, so I'm back on the AT&T. All right, so we did the AT&T. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll do the Chrysler Capital. We'll go ahead and do the Chrysler Capital. Same thing. Same thing. Chrysler headquarters. Just look up their address. Auburn Hills, Michigan. All right. Then you would look at Chrysler Chief Financial Officer Richard Palmer. Same thing. Richard Palmer. That's who you addressing. My homie Russ said Capital One. Fuck them. No, I'm just playing. I like Capital One, man. Don't dispute Capital One now. Don't do Capital One. Capital One headquarters. McLean, Virginia. Look, you see it right here. It'll show you their headquarters, the corporate offices right here. 1680 Capital One Drive. Boom, Andrew Young. Look, this shit's easy, man. And you can get through EIN. Listen. Look at this shit. So Capital One, Andrew Young. Check this shit out. Boom. Find their EIN number. You file their EIN number, you fill that shit in yourself. When they refuse to give you their EIN number, you send a W-9, you can fill that shit in yourself on the OID. It's right there. Everything is filed with the SEC's office. Look, I do all my reports with the SEC. All this stuff is public information. You just gotta learn how to look it up. You follow me? Boom, right here. Everything you need to know. You'll be able to find their board members, anybody that's filed with them, all their reports. Look at this shit. This shit's not hard, man. I'm giving you, listen, I'm just going to state it again. I just gave you another $1 million worth of game. Another $1 million worth of game. You find this information value, you already know what to do. Leave a damn donation on the Cash App Prosper by birth or send to 407-274-5161. That's donkalam.com/donate if you don't got the Cash App. The Cash App can also send to 407-274-5161. Another $1 million worth of game. I did that for you. I did that for you. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. I got you. I got you. Everybody's happy with the results I just gave them. And I would be too. Now, is that easy to get out of debt? Now look, check this out. It's even better. Let me show you how to offset a card. It's a little bit different when you offset a card. You're going to want to include, you're going to need the VIN number and the vehicle description. And then you send this right here. Please provide me with the copy of the 1099 OID form as well as the forensic accounting corresponding to the FinCEN form 101 suspicious activity report. Once you request this, they have to file it. Once you request the 1099 OID, they have to file it. Once you request it, it becomes mandatory. The same way with this. The same way with the dispute letters. It becomes mandatory. Damn, Teresa, we appreciate your donation again. Damn, she just sending all donations tonight. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I turned the Cash App. The Cash App is ringing in my ear. I just had to turn it off. Now, boom, I'm going to break down the foreclosure. Who got mortgages? Mortgages is the same way. Mortgages is the same way. Who got the mortgage? Let me know if you got a mortgage. Mortgages and foreclosures. It's all the same. Let me see. He says, I do. He says, Westgate Resorts. I'm about to offset my time. About to offset my timeshare. You hear me? Fuck the bullshit. Let's offset these timeshares. KG says Westgate Resorts. Hey, I appreciate you.
Like they got your ass too, huh?
So look. I'm gonna break this down as simple as possible. I'm gonna break this shit as simple as possible. When you're dealing with mortgages and foreclosures, you gotta understand they're converting a note from a note into a security, just like with anything else. So look, all you have to do is Google something called MBSs, mortgage-backed securities. This is gonna break it down as simple as possible, so it makes sense. I appreciate you, Menelik El Ali. Appreciate you. Now look, what is a mortgage-backed security? A mortgage-backed security is an investment similar to a bond that is made up of a bundle of home loans bought from the banks that issued them. All right, and it converts them into investors. So the type of mortgage-backed securities, this is the main one that that they work off of. Pass-through. Pass-throughs are structured as trusts in which mortgage payments are collected and passed through to investors. Pass-throughs are structured as trusts in which mortgage payments are collected and passed through to investors. So you are the main investor, and you're passing it through to these fraudulent investors. Is what's really going on. So in the dispute letter with the foreclosures and the mortgages, it breaks down. The note was never transferred to the real estate mortgage investment conduit. Thus, it was never secured truthfully. That I am the investor and I want my proceeds. The home was paid for. They defaulted on it. They filed the 1099-A, and then they got the mortgage default insurance. They say you abandoned it and you foreclosed it no matter what. You follow me? So they're saying you foreclosed on it, regardless if you're still paying the note or what. And on behind the scenes, they're taking control of everything. They defaulted, and They got the FDIC insurance, all of this. This is why we report it to the SEC, the FTC. It's all fraud. It's an MBS. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So you got to learn how to prove this shit and understand what's really going on. All right? And this are the people that we're going to send this letter to after we do this. And you got to understand. So when you're doing the 1099 OID process with that, you're going to file something called a 1066 with this. The 1066 is the real estate mortgage investment condo and income tax return. It's either a gift or a tax. And it's a gift until you assess it, and then it becomes a tax. So home loans and mortgages are part of that 21 trillion. And this is how you get that back. The 1066 along with the 1099 OID process. And guess what? You put all these people on file. This is how you assess the tax. Through the letter process. And when you click this link right here, you find this information valuable, please leave a donation. I appreciate everybody dropping donations. So look, it gives you access to my course, to my mortgage and foreclosure course. My mortgage and foreclosure course with videos and showing how to create the proper LLCs, land patents, and allodial titles. How to do it properly with the Form 1066, the 1099 OID, the 1099A. It breaks down the whole game. When you hit this guide right here, listen, you see it says foreclosure guide, right? It shows you everything. It gives you everything. Look, when you start assessing the tax, it tells you what to do. There's the instructions right here. With the letter, all you have to do is do it. And you get to assess the tax. It shows you the 1041, the 1066, the 1099A, and the 1099 OID with the cover letter. I don't know how much simpler you want me to do this. Ain't nobody else out here doing this for y'all. Drop a donation. Because I have not seen it anywhere else now. I don't see nobody else putting this dope out here for y'all like this now. So look, when you go down here, look, it shows you what to do. Second letter, Secretary of State, consumer complaint. Follow with MERS, the Mortgage Electronic Registration System. When you keep going down, when everybody wants to know, you have to follow with these people, Attorney Generals, all that. Your Secretary of State, you have to. When you keep going down, it's going to show you. Follow with Steve Mnuchin. Follow with the district courts, all of that. List pendants, right? Get the list pendants. Now look. Raheem, I appreciate you, King. I appreciate you. Appreciate the donation. Now look, you see this? There's the cover letter right there. And you can use this for your OID process already. You can use that for your OID process. But you can use this right there, the cover letter, what to do, what to say, what to do, brief explanation. The 1041 is filed for the trust. The 1040 is filed by debtors. The 1066 is the refund for the REMIC. The 1099A is to release your funds from escrow after the acquisition. And then the 1099 OID is the original issue discount to have everything returned to you because you are the source and the original issuer. How much simpler do you want me to get? That's the whole OID process there for you. This will get you. This is for non-violent court cases. This is for any type of debt. This is for child support. You send it to the chief financial officer. You start with them first. Validate the debt. Verify this claim. You're dealing with a live man. I appreciate the donations. Prosper by birth on the Cash App. I appreciate everybody dropping that bread. Appreciate you. Priceless information. I appreciate that. Peace and love. So I'm giving y'all the game. That's the game. I have to go back down, man, because I didn't open it up in the new window. Anybody got any more questions over debt elimination? I gave y'all, listen, if you're following along, I gave you the sauce of how to get rid of any debt. Any debt. Any debt. You know, it's a little bit trickier when you're dealing with child support. You know, child support, you just create the name as a, what's it, page 101? You create your name as an LLC and the children's name as a DBA. It's that simple. Yeah, we still need to go over bonds, huh? I just need you to know what the bonds are, man. Bond is an evidence for a debt. Okay? You got appearance bonds, you got performance bonds. And they're basically all the GSA bonds. And if you want to, and when you start learning, getting in more depth about the bonds, a creditor will create a bond for somebody to be in servitude for them. So when I started learning about bonds was through Stop the Pirates. Stop the Pirates, Broad Spot. That's when I started learning about bonds. I'm trying to find this website. So Jeff Anderson, I don't agree with everything he put up there because I know he ain't making no money for real, for real. And if he is, he's hiding that shit well. Because he look broke. Now, I don't think he really putting this shit into play. He might have got out some debt though. But he taught me about the bonds starting off. He just gives you enough information. He just gives you enough information to get you started. Now, I believe that, and I don't know how long the Instagram going to be on. It usually shuts off after an hour. So boom, in order to win in court, you have to redeem the bond. The Auto Trust CUSIP DTCC. Now, what they're doing in these courts is all about bonds. This is from Jeff Anderson. When you go in the courtroom after you're arrested, they use two different sets of bonds. What they do when you're arrested, they fill out a bid bond. The United States District Court uses 273, 274, and 275 standard forms. And we can pull those up. We'll look that up real quick. We'll do standard form 273. Reinsurance agreement for a bond statute, okay? These are GSA bonds. And this is exactly what they're using behind the scenes. I don't want to download them. I already got them all. So let's see if we can. Boom. This is what they look like. This is what all the bonds look like. So you got to understand, when you're in court, it's all about the money. That's why they have a clerk. This is why they have a bail bondsman. All right? All they are is a stockbroker, a stock warrant. This is in the book. You know, appearance bond. We got appearance bonds. They're GSA bonds. Okay? Everything is accounting. Everything is about the trust. When you accept these bonds, then you're agreeing to perform. And there's the rules of the game. This is pulled strictly from creditors and their bonds. So read that. Read through that book. It opened up a lot of information. Opened up a lot of things for me. Creditors and their bonds. Going over a trust. The bonds are being created from a trust. The Social Security trust. That's where the credit's coming from. You are the credit. You have to say you understand. You have to say you agree. And that's with anything. All right? That's with anything. So when you go to court, this is what I want to pull up. When you go to court, it's a stock warrant. So boom. So you got the standard forms, and there's the bonds right here. Reassurance agreement for a bond statute or a payment bond. The payment bond is standard form 25A, and it's put out by the GSA. And when you don't understand what's going on, you're going to automatically go into default judgment with these bonds regardless. It's all civil court. So you have to go, you're giving up your labor. That's basically what's going on. You're giving up your labor, and they get to collect on the insurance. You're showing up for a stock warrant. You're showing up. This is what everything that's going on is a stock warrant. I'm gonna show you what a stock warrant is. When you go to court, they issue you a warrant. It's a stock warrant. A stock warrant is a financial contract between a company and investors that gives the investor the option to purchase the company's stocks at a specific price and by a specific date. A stock warrant allows the holder to receive newly issued stock from the same company that provided the warrant. So when you're holding the warrant, this allows you to receive newly issued stock from the company that provided the warrant. So whatever they're giving you, you're buying. Do you understand your charge? You say yes. So whatever they say goes now. Does that make sense? Let me know that you're in my class that it makes sense.
Makes sense.
Someone talking about construction bonds. We're talking about GSA bonds. This that crack in the 80s, Emil says. Raheem says, well, Fargo sold his loan. Then you ain't gotta pay him. If you owe Don Kalam and I send my cousin, are you gonna pay my cousin? Come on now. You always do recoupment on everything. Someone asked, do we do recoupment on the house back after foreclosure? Hell yeah, you assess the damages. You sue for damages and you send recoupment, yes. So like I said, $500. Since you're in my class, you're a member, you're in my class, $500 if you want the 1099 OID coaching with you. We'll help you. We'll get that along with you. $500, start to finish, plus 10% of whatever you get back. That's what we're doing until it gets until we get too many people. Then we're gonna have to go up on the price. But right now, $500 donation. We'll make sure. I got an excellent coach. I already got 24 mil back. He's gonna be coaching with you. Me and Don Kalam. Him and Don Kalam gonna be on your case. You got 2 people on your case. You ain't gotta worry about it. So stock warrants. That's all I'm gonna go over today, man. Cause I want I can't break down everything for y'all when it comes to the bonds. It comes to the stocks. I need y'all to see what's going on with it though. GSA bonds. That's some private information. But guarantee your bail bondsman knows what's going on. Guarantee the court clerk knows what's going on. Probably more than what the judge truly does. Because the judge is just the administrator. The judge is just the fiduciary. You understand? The judge can just administer everything that's going on. I did in the public side, the private side with the 7 shades of wisdom. He who knows not, yet strives to know, is a seeker. Aid him. He who knows not what he should know is a wanderer. Guide him. He who knows not what he should know is asleep. Awaken him. He who knows not and fears knowing is a slave. Free him. He who knows not and rejects to know is dead. Pass him. He who knows not but claims to know is an impostor. Cast him away. He who knows and shares what he knows is wise. Heed him. And I ended it with the 10 rules of commerce. You can only control what you create. You can only control what you create. You cannot control that which you did not create. You cannot control that which you did not create. All of commerce is based on title. All of commerce is based on title. The only true title to anything is the MSO. The only true title to anything is the MSO. When you register anything, anywhere, you give up that title. When you register anything, anywhere, you give up that title. There is no money. Only credit, fiat currency and credit. Only credit in circulation in the public and private. Number 7, there is no involuntary servitude. Number 8, first in line is first in time. And this is what's recorded into the public record at the county. Number 9, do not interfere with commerce. Number 10, do not allow anything to come between you and your creator. Much peace and love, man. Next week, we got the public side. The public side. So someone asked, how many years can we go back on the 1099 OID? It is 36 months, but some IRS agents have been letting us go back 48 months to 56 months. So up to 5 years, really. They've been letting us go between 3 and 5 years, depending on the IRS agent. To Teresa says she's got work to do with all this valuable information. Much love, much peace and love. I appreciate that. So look, what we're going over next Monday and Tuesday, the public side, how to build your personal credit, how to wipe it. Listen, I'm gonna go over that too. I'm gonna go over that right now. So we're gonna go over the Soul Trader. So look, next Monday, next Tuesday, I will show you how to wipe your personal credit. Because I'm looking over it. All right. I'm gonna show you how to build your personal credit. I'm gonna show you how to wipe your personal credit, and I'm gonna show you how to build it. Okay. Next Monday, I'm gonna show you how to wipe your personal credit. Then I'm gonna show you how to build your personal credit. Okay. I'm gonna get you to the 850 credit. If you follow my steps, I guarantee you're gonna have an 850 credit score. At least an 800. Now, 800 bare minimum. If you follow the steps correctly. And then on Tuesday, we're just going to dig deep on the business credit side and the businesses that I think you should invest in and how to protect your business credit through a business trust. I'm going to go quick onto that, and so you can come to the next the class in March. Every Monday and Tuesday is the Build My Business class on how to actually build a business. And then we'll have the Business Trust class coming up in March as well. Make sure you go to MalikKalam.com. Let's check it out. We're going to go there now so y'all can see everything that we got going on. So this is how we're going to do this right here. 1099 OID, right? The 1099 OID coaching. Get the bye-bye Biden status update done for you. This will include your status correction and your 1099 OID coaching. Okay? The bye-bye Biden status update done for you. This, go to MalikKalam.com for this package. It has Biden, attention Mr. President. This is going to be the package that you're going to want to get your status updated in the 1099 OID coaching done with you, to make sure you get that shit done. All right? Bye-bye Biden status update done for you. We got the business trust class that starts March 14th. That is a $50 donation. The Build My Business class is going to be every Monday and Tuesday in March. That's $10. Sign up now. You don't want to miss it. We got the Back to the Basic memberships for $300. This will include your status correction. All right? We'll make sure you get all the information that you need. Get your status on deck. All right? We got the 24-hour credit restoration. If you want the ebook, you want to get ahead of everybody else, $25 on the MalikKalam.com website, or you can send it to the Cash App Prosper by Birth. We do have 1 hour of coaching, 1099 OID. It's going to be me and somebody else already getting 24 million back. You understand? 24 million plus. We got people getting millions back. And if you know anybody else that still wants to sign up, give them a gift, man. Tell them you got to check this class out. $1 million worth of game with Malik Kalam next Monday and Tuesday. Give them a gift so they can get on the public side, even if they don't need this private information. Make sure they get the public side so they can build their business, wipe off their personal credit, build their business, build their personal credit, and build their business credit. Now, it is still $200. Las Vegas, we will have a celebrity guest in the building. The price will be going up to $500 in March. I'm probably not going to keep charging $2,000 for it, you know, unless you want that exclusive one-on-one. But the price will be going up to $500 soon, so you don't want to miss that. The $1 million worth of game in Las Vegas. And then I'm showing up in Cali. We showing up in Cali too, March 14th, for the business trust class. California, $100. LA, we in the LAX area. LAX, California, March 14th. You don't want to miss that. LAX. Now, if you want us to restore your credit for, we appreciate everybody. We got Young Cheyenne Band in the building, restoring people's credit, restoring the nation's credit. The people's credit. That's why we put the old Harris on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our vice president. You know what I'm saying? She helping us restore the people's credit. But we got Cheyenne Bay, $100 one-time donation. We'll get your credit wiped clean. It's really not taking much, not time at all. We're just going to put you in line. You know, we're going to give you a call. If you leave the donation, make sure you put your email address and your phone number when you sign up for that full credit restoration done for you. We understand you ain't got time to do it. We'll get you in the game, man. So get ahead of the curve, man. This is what it is, but just keep following along in class. If you want to do it yourself and you want to learn how to do it yourself, make sure you go there. Like I said, we having deals for you, done with you, in the come to you consultation, man. We got deals for you. I'm going to come to you right now for $5,000. And stuff done for you, 2,500, man. Much peace and love with that. Make sure you go to MalikKalam.com now. I'm reading through the chat before I shut this off. Juan says this is fucking gold. Peace and love, peace and love. Teresa Ann, he says, I need that next Monday class. Peace and love. Russ, appreciate your generosity, bro. You're the man. I appreciate you too, King. You've been rocking with me for a second, man. I appreciate you, dog. Derek says, do I need to get to the bank trust and EIN before the OID process? No, we'll help you with that along the way, dog. I'll talk you through it so you make sure you get that shit done right. Make sure everything's set up right. You dig what I'm saying? Rabia says, thank you, Noble. Much peace and love, man. I'm calling tonight. I appreciate everybody that showed up, man. We had almost 40 people show up tonight. And I appreciate that in the private class. Because I sent out over 100 invites. Everybody said they want to be in it. So at least almost half the people showed up. That's pretty good. Emil says, thank you. I appreciate the knowledge and wisdom for real. We appreciate y'all, man. Have a great night. I'll see y'all next week. And stay tuned. Listen, go to Don Kalam on the YouTube. I'll be doing lives on the Malik Kalam Legacy on the YouTube. Malik Kalam Legacy. And then we got Don Kalam on the YouTube as well. I will be doing lives once again on the Don Kalam YouTube sometime next month in March. Probably when I'm back in California, LAX. But much peace and love. Remember, prosperity is your birthright, man. You have to be your own inspiration. You have to be your own motivation. Make sure you're writing down your goal list and you're speaking it into existence. Make sure you're writing your goals down like you've already manifested them. Like, I am a millionaire. And then do what you got to do. Write down the steps you have to take to make sure that you're living that lifestyle and living that image that you're portraying and speaking forth the things that you're portraying that you want to come to manifestation and full fruition. Yes, prosperity is your birthright. Much peace and love. Appreciate the donations tonight, everybody.
Goodbye.